Video games are a beloved form of entertainment, but even the best games can sometimes fall short when it comes to their endings. A disappointing or unsatisfying conclusion can leave players feeling let down, no matter how much they enjoy the rest of the game. In this video, we'll take a look at the top 10 worst video game endings, the conclusions that failed to live up to the rest of the experience, whether due to a lack of closure, an underwhelming finale, or just plain bad writing. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's get started. Number 10. Dead Rising. This game offered players a diverse array of 5 different endings, contributing to its polarizing reputation as a love-it-or-hate-it title. Despite criticisms directed towards certain in-game voiceovers and controls, the game compensated through innovative weapon utilization, enhanced voice acting in cutscenes, and the immersive experience of navigating an open-world zombie apocalypse. However, despite investing hours into gameplay and occasionally facing the necessity of starting anew, each conclusion appeared increasingly absurd compared to the unconventional adversaries encountered throughout the game. Whether confronting challenges atop a tank, racing against time, or meeting a dismal demise, none of the endings provided a truly satisfying resolution for players. Number 9. Rage. Honestly, the game's ending left much to be desired. One glaring disappointment was the underutilization of John Goodman's captivating voice, which graced only a small portion of the gameplay. The issue with the conclusion lies in its setup for what could have been an exhilarating turn of events. Up until that point, the game had largely revolved around mundane tasks disguised poorly under the guise of excitement. Thus, when the final mission hinted at a decisive victory against the antagonists, it felt like the pinnacle of accomplishment. However, reality shattered this illusion, revealing that it merely marked the beginning of meaningful progress. It's akin to reaching the midpoint of a compelling narrative, only to find the story abruptly halted, leaving players yearning for more. Number 8. Far Cry 3. In a true Far Cry game, there are a few things that make it stand out. First off, you have a captivating villain, someone who's not all bad, but not exactly good either. Then there are the people who need rescuing, adding that sense of urgency and purpose to your mission. And let's not forget the ending. It leaves you feeling like maybe, just maybe, all your efforts were for nothing. Take Far Cry 3, for example. You're faced with the tough choice of saving your buddies or going off the deep end yourself. Sure, the latter might give you a wild cutscene, but at what cost? Either way, you're left wondering if you were ever really the hero of the story. It's like no matter what you do, things are going to be rough for Jason, but one ending, it's just plain crazy. Number 7. BioShock 2. When considering a game with a morality system, it's crucial to seek a balance that doesn't force players into extreme roles of absolute good or evil. Players need to navigate a neutral gray area where their decisions can be morally ambiguous. However, in the particular game under discussion, players find themselves predominantly leaning towards one end of the moral spectrum by the game's conclusion. The central dilemma revolves around the player's willingness to harm innocent children, a moral quandary that forms the basis of their character's morality. This dilemma is exacerbated by the fact that players can heal the children with a simple gesture. Yet, even if players fail to save all the children, they are still subjected to a cutscene where their character behaves unkindly towards them. While players are granted the choice to spare a certain character, the overarching narrative constantly reminds them of the welfare of the children, adding an emotional weight to their decisions. Number 6. Fable 2. The Fable series has a certain charm that's hard to define but easy to feel. It's like a puzzle where the pieces fit, but the edges are a bit rough. Maybe it's because much of the communication happens through gestures and, well, bodily functions. Yet, despite its quirks, these games hold a special spot in our hearts because they transport RPG gaming into uncharted territories. In Fable 2, we embark on a journey of revenge and transformation into a formidable hero, or perhaps a ruthless landlord, depending on our choices. The beauty lies in the freedom to shape our character's morality, with each decision leaving its mark, quite literally, on our appearance. But just when we're on the brink of forsaking power for a more nuanced path, the game wrests control from our hands. What if we wanted to embrace the darkness, or at least explore its allure? It's this tantalizing possibility that leaves us yearning for more, wishing for a narrative where our desires aren't predetermined but rather woven into the fabric of the story itself. Number 5. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. When you reach the end of this game, you'll likely find yourself scratching your head, wondering what in the world just happened. Don't worry, you're not alone. Many of us have turned to analysis to make sense of it all. It's always a bit unsettling when the protagonist of a tale meets their end, but this game takes it to a whole new level. If you've been paying attention to the text that flashes across the screen before each mission, you'll notice something unsettling. Your character never makes it to the point of becoming a cyborg. So, whose memories are we experiencing? Could they belong to Taylor? But if our main character didn't make it, why are we even witnessing anything? Well, if you're satisfied with the cliché, it was all just a dream ending, then that's what you're left with. Number 4. Fallout 3. No matter which Fallout game you love the most, many fans find Fallout 3's debut in the series remarkable. It was a thrilling return to the wasteland, filled with adventures and unexpected twists. However, disappointment crept in when the game abruptly concluded after the final mission. It left players feeling a bit shortchanged. Fortunately, Bethesda offered a solution with the Broken Steel downloadable content, allowing players to continue their adventures beyond the main storyline. Yet, the need to purchase additional content just to experience a post-game world felt unnecessary to many. Despite the DLC's quality, the default ending, where your character meets their demise, didn't quite match the epic scale of the game's journey. Number 3. The Order 1886. What a colossal squandering of such promising potential. This game feels more akin to an interactive film rather than a true gaming experience. With fantastical elements such as the enduring Knights of the Round Table and skirmishes with werewolves amidst the backdrop of 19th century London, it seemed poised for greatness. Even the inclusion of Jack the Ripper fails to inject excitement into the proceedings. While the game possesses a slow-building narrative, it disappointingly falls short in length. The final act attempts to shed light on the broader scope of the story, yet ultimately falters in providing a satisfying conclusion. It's as if the game abruptly halts just shy of its climax, leaving players yearning for closure and rendering the possibility of a sequel uncertain. Number 2. Kane and Lynch 2. Dog Days. The story had a lot of unrealized promise, but the gameplay was so bad that it overshadowed it. The tension rose quickly, leaving one on the edge of their seat, eagerly expecting what would happen next. The plot is about having a grudge against a minor character for something they did by accident. How bad was this mistake? However, he accidentally killed the daughter of a mob boss in the chaos. When facing the anger of a mob boss, the only sensible thing to do was to quickly get away. The risks, on the other hand, reached unimaginable heights, and a scary incident involving a box cutter made things even worse. How did it all end anyway? To put it simply, she fled quickly, leaving everything behind to stay alive. The story comes to an end, but there are still a lot of unresolved problems and questions that need to be explained. Number 1. Assassin's Creed 3. The Assassin's Creed series captivates many of us with its intriguing blend of history, mythology, and epic conflicts. The allure of witnessing ancient battles and unraveling historical mysteries is undeniable. However, the series encounters a stumbling block when it shifts focus to the modern-day segments, attempting to infuse them with significance but often falling short. Each installment disrupts the flow of the compelling narrative, relegating players to the role of Desmond Miles, a character intended as a conduit for exploring the past but lacking the charisma to engage players fully. In Assassin's Creed 3, the climax presents Desmond with a pivotal decision meant to evoke emotion and investment, yet it fails to resonate as intended. Instead of a heroic moment, characterized by profound choice, Desmond's decision feels predictable and lacking in impact. That's all for now. Like and share the video and follow us for more amazing updates. Thanks for watching.